Welcome on to the Beam Light Sauna webinar. The title's long for this one, but I was so excited we're opening next week. So it's pain relief, detox, better skin, lots more starting next week. Yes, please.
So excited to have everybody. The studio looks beautiful. Um, our staff has been uh, doing terrific at training, and they've been doing their own sessions, and everybody's loving it.
Absolutely. And so we are Amber and Jared Smithson, and we have three children, two of which, the two more blonde ones, are working at the studio. So you'll probably see them when you come in. And then this is our oldest, and he is not working there, but we still like him.
Yeah,
So we come from a health background. We've both been certified health coaches. We've had a health and wellness business for about 16 years. And really, we're looking for something else we could add to our brand that would really help people break through in their health.
yeah, and we've both been athletes our whole life. A big part of athletics is recovery, right? So we've had experience in a lot of recovery, but light therapy is so much more than just recovery. And we're going to get into some of the science. But before we get into some of the science, we're going to just talk about you who are, well, we're going to give it a little bit of the backstory of Beam. And then we're going to get into scheduling your sessions and so forth. So, Cynthia May is our founder, is the founder of Beam, and she single mom. She had all these big dreams and stuff, and she built her own businesses and was pretty successful. And this is Maya, her daughter on the screen,
She's one
and
of our models. You'll probably
what?
see her in some of our in some of our images.
Yeah, very healthy kid, did all the things, very active. And then in her teenage years, she got really sick and they found out that she had Lyme's disease. And they searched for anything and everything they could to offer relief and to make any changes in her life.
Yeah,
They,
and the thing that they found was infrared sauna, light therapy, and that there's a lot of medical studies behind it showing how it can help people with different autoimmune
Yeah,
issues.
over 3,000 published studies, and over 500 of them are randomized, double-blind, that are peer-reviewed with incredible medical heritage.
When it came down to it, they were just desperate. So
Yeah,
they found an infrared sauna studio. I think it was several hours
3 hours each way. So a
from their home.
6 hour round trip, and they were doing it 4 times a week.
4 times a week. And it really that was the breakthrough treatment that helped Maya to get over her Lyme's disease. And so Cynthia May was like, everyone needs this. This is helping so many people. And so she started the Beam franchise. Now, I know you all are so excited to just see our location. So I took this earlier today. Can see some of our staff and the front desk. We were putting together, little appreciation bags. We have our retail wall. Here's some of our saunas. Oh, there's me in the mirror. And you can see the chromotherapy lights going. This is our social sauna, which is a little bit bigger for multiple friends to sauna together. This is one of our red light therapy rooms, and everything is very clean. Everything is always thoroughly sanitized between members. Here's our half bathroom, and there's Jared putting together the cabinet earlier. And here's our full ADA bathroom with shower. So if you need to shower, feel free, although we will mention that taking an hour after your infrared sauna session and not showering yet will keep your core temperature at a higher level for longer. You'll get those benefits for an extra hour afterwards. So if you can help it, skip the shower and wait an extra hour, but it's there for anyone who needs it.
Yeah, so these are the six core benefits. There's a lot of like sub benefits to these things, but these are the big six. So removing toxins, reducing stress. This is a big one. The infrared sauna releases what are called heat shock proteins. So it helps the body fight, right? It's like the will to live. So it helps balance proteins in the body and repair broken proteins. Ignites metabolism. There's studies that show that in a 40-minute session, that some people can burn up to 600 calories in a 40-minute session. Pain relief, huge for most people in the world, right? Whether it's chronic pain or just acute pain. Boosting immunity and
I have to say something about boosted immunity. We've been doing the infrared sauna and the light therapy all winter. And knock on wood, but I have not gotten sick once. I swear that it is like sickness all through the valley, like all winter long. And I'm just chilling over here with
yeah,
my immune system being boosted.
yep. And then who doesn't like better skin?
I mean, that's just like the cherry on top, I say. So, okay, everyone's been asking me, how do I book? Now, if you want to book right now today, you're going to have to text in, but very soon, corporate has promised us, probably tomorrow. That's not a very good promise, right? Probably tomorrow. Booking is a snap on the Beam app. So you're going to download the Beam app. You'll see this bee with the radians coming off of it, and that's what the Beam app looks like. Appointments are already available to be booked starting on March 5th. And so get that app downloaded, and then our location will be unlocked soon. If you look tonight, it's probably not done yet, but if you're antsy, and if I were in your shoes, I'd be antsy, I'd be texting in. I wouldn't wait for the app because, people are antsy and they want to get in. You'll first choose if you want to do a solo sauna session or a
Red
a,
light
a
session.
red light session or a social sauna.
Yep.
And then on the next screen, after you choose that, then you'll choose your date and your time. So pretty simple to do. And, some of you are wondering, what does it look like? Like the whole process from beginning to end. So when you come in, we'll have you sign your waiver if you haven't done it in your app yet. And then we're going to show you our Lumi screen where you can learn a little bit about the science and clinical research while we make sure your room is ready to go with your towels and your mint cloth. And everybody asked this. I booked like, I don't know, 20 people today, and almost all of them said, "What do I wear?" What do I wear in there? Less is more with clothing, and we have full towel service, so you're
Yeah,
going to be in a private
yeah,
area.
you're in a private area, dress to your comfort,
hmm
but skin exposure has shown more benefits when you expose more skin.
Absolutely. And you can also visit our retail wall and get different items like our black water or our um, Ignite sweat activating gel or our waist trainer belts. There's all kinds of things that are,
Element, electrolytes, we
yep,
have all that stuff stocked for you.
exactly. During your session, if you choose infrared sauna, that's a 40-minute session. Or if you choose red light therapy, that's a 15-minute session. Now, a lot of you unlimited members, and even some of you who did the 4 times a month, have been booking both at the same time. That is completely allowed. You are allowed to do that. You have a private suite, ensuite entertainment with an iPad or music, and the chromotherapy. You saw that in the tour, but you get to choose that. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second.
Yeah, so post session, you just drop the towels, right? Get dressed, leave the cleanup to us. We're going to take care of everything. If you do want to use the shower, that's available for you. Like Amber said before, we'll emphasize this that there is with the infrared sauna sessions, there is benefits by allowing your core temperature to stay elevated for about an hour or so. The really cool thing that we discovered is we're both athletes again. We play a lot of outdoor sports during the summer and stuff. When you sauna, it's not the same kind of sweat. It's like we don't get stinky.
Yeah.
You don't feel like that gritty dirt on
The
you and
mint
stuff.
cloth
Yeah.
also, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a shower, I
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And maybe I wouldn't go that far, but
Yeah.
snap a selfie also at our signature mirror to share your glow up. Definitely. Let's talk about infrared light.
Yeah, so we'll talk about both red light and infrared light. So red light is at the end of the visible spectrum. And then there you see that black line at 700 nanometers. That is where the infrared spectrum starts. So red light kind of bleeds into infrared, and infrared kind of bleeds into red.
That's why
So
there's so many
yeah,
crossover
you're gonna get a lot of
benefits.
crossover.
Yep. So let's talk about the different, there's near, mid, and far infrared, and you'll see crossover benefits here as well. And you're getting all of these benefits with the light therapies. But the near is the cellular health, immunity, skin renewal, pain relief. The mid is more like your muscle. That's like the weight loss, circulation, and then the far is the deep detox. Now, the far and mid is you're going to get those in the infrared sauna, and then the near and the mid are more in the red light therapy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so infrared sauna is a lot of people have experienced traditional saunas.
Maybe you've
Um,
gone to the
maybe you go
gym
to the
and the
gym or like
awkward, like,
we've gone on a lot of vacations where resorts will have traditional saunas. And traditional saunas are on average around 200 degrees. You've got the dry saunas and you've got the wet saunas. They're hard to breathe in even because it's so hot. And what they do is they heat up the air, right? So infrared sauna is like laying out on a nice warm day in the sun, right? It just it doesn't have to be as hot, and it starts to heat you from the inside out. So in your first 20 minutes of an infrared session, your core temperature will go up about 3 degrees. And so we keep, I like the infrared sauna right around 142 to 145, and we preset them at 145, but we encourage you to keep it within that 135 to 145 range.
yeah,
That's where
and
it is.
the infrared sauna naturally kills 99% of bacteria and germs. But don't get me wrong, we are going to clean your sauna
Yeah,
like you've never seen in
yeah.
between each person, so don't worry about that. But traditional saunas promote that mold and mildew. That's not for me. And infrared saunas are 7 times more detoxifying than a regular sauna. I was that was interesting to me.
Yeah, blown away.
Yeah. Far infrared, it's like sunbathing, like Jared was saying. It gives off that radiant heat, and but you can't see it. And it's healthy and safe because there's no UV rays, like when you're out sunbathing.
It's just the good parts of the sun.
Absolutely. And why a 40-minute session? So our core temperature raises 3% in that 40-minute time frame, and our heart rate raises 68%. So that's just a good sweet spot, as studies have shown. And at the 20-minute mark, Jared mentioned this, most of those benefits start to kick in. So you don't want to do a sauna for just like 10 minutes. Like some people talk about, oh yeah, my neighbor has a sauna in their basement. Well, it takes an hour to get up to temperature, and then they sit in there for 10 minutes. They're not getting any of the benefits, and it's probably not been cleaned in a year. I mean, let's be honest.
So, we get this question sometimes, like if people know about it, right? What about EMFs? Because these things that we're on all day long, every single day,
Cell
most
phones,
people,
yeah.
are very high EMF, electromagnetic fields. So, um,
Yeah, phones are a
phones are a
thousand
thousand
milligauss.
milligauss, and our saunas are under 10. So they're emitting no electromagnetic fields.
Yes, very healthy. I promised to talk about the chromotherapy earlier when I mentioned it. Now, in the infrared sauna session, you'll have a little button right in there where you can choose your chromotherapy color, or can always do disco where it just goes through all of them. That's a fan favorite as well. But everything from energy to calm to happiness, it's kind of like the mood ring of the infrared sauna session.
So red light therapy, I love red light. It's just warm.
I like to do it every day.
Yeah, I like to do it every day. Scientifically backed treatment method that uses LED light to rejuvenate body at the cellular level. So this is what's called photobiomodulation, where it happens in all living organisms, right? Plants, animals, humans, right? And it stimulates ATP production, which is adenosine triphosphate. It's the within the mitochondria,
We're going to talk about that
right?
on
We're
the
going to
next
talk about
slide.
that. Sorry. I like to jump ahead.
He likes to jump
Yeah.
ahead.
So these are the big things. Skin rejuvenation. It stimulates the production of collagen.
I was so surprised the very first time that I did both of these treatments, how much of a difference it made for my skin, even the very next day.
Yeah,
I was not expecting that.
yeah. One time she even had like a little zit on her forehead, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I hope that this does something." And like the next day, it was gone.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It also treats skin conditions if you're dealing with acne, eczema, psoriasis. A lot of our sauna attendants are in high school and they are so pumped for that benefit right there. Pain relief, muscle recovery. The way it does that is in reduction of inflammation in your body. My back was hurting the other day from pickleball, and I just went in there, did a quick 15 minutes, and it was feeling like $1 million
Yeah.
that night.
Increases circulation. Yeah, you feel great.
Yeah, not to mention the mental well-being. You feel relaxed, you get those endorphins, and the injury recovering. This, I didn't know this until more recently, that it can speed wound healing. So a lot of people who have done surgeries, things like that, this is a great option for them. Okay, now it's time for your
Okay.
sciencey stuff. Go for
So
it.
back in like eighth grade science class, right, we learned about mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. And this is where photobiomodulation comes in really, really heavily. So it takes in all the light and creates cellular turnover. Boosts ATP, improves cellular function, like I said, it helps repair damaged proteins, all those kinds of things. And then just the ripple effect stimulates collagen, blood circulation, reduction of inflammation. Um, and um, and this is why it's so powerful for our muscles, because over 50% of our mitochondria in our bodies are within our muscles. So when you're getting that mitochondrial and cellular turnover, it's helping you repair much more quickly, speed up that process, and you
Yeah,
just feel
and
good.
as we age, our cells just kind of start not producing as much anymore. That's why a lot of times your energy goes down. So this is like going to help you to slow down that aging process. So this was me. I love to do the red light. So the beam difference. So why use us? Why come be our member? Well, our platinum LED red light beds, they are official FDA Class 2 medical devices. We take HSA cards because this is a medical therapy, and we our red light beds feature the 7 wavelengths. I'm not going to like do all of those numbers that are on the screen, but it's an important feature when you are looking at a red light device to use. And we help you to know exactly how to use our therapy beds to get the most out of it. We suggest you set the panels about 6 to 8 inches away from your body, or to your comfort level, and this will give you 160 milliwatts per centimeter squared. So that's another, if you're like, how do I know this is a good one?
Yeah.
If you look that up.
So a lot of red light it has to do with the power and the intensity, but also the different wavelengths.
Hmm.
Like people will buy like the wands off the red light wands and blankets and things like that off of Amazon or whatever. And we're not here to say that they're bad or anything like that.
Anything's
They,
better than nothing.
they serve a purpose, but many of those are only one or two wavelengths. And the intensity is so low and it covers such a small area that you would perhaps have to use that device for several hours to get the benefits that you would out of just a short 15-minute session.
Absolutely. So, okay, we have a lot of members on here and some who are looking into it. So, we did want to go over pricing because this is our last week for our founding memberships. Now, you might ask, what's a founding membership? That just means you buy a membership before we open. And we are opening very soon on March 5th for our founding members. And so here's our two packages that we're offering before we open. So the number of light sessions, you can either do an unlimited or 4 times a month. Now, after our doors open, our 4 times a month will be 129 per month plus tax. But to founding members, it's 109. Or our unlimited after we open will be 179. But to founding members, it's 20 off of that. Now, I promised you a free gift here today. So we're going to give you an extra $20 off of that 4 times a month or unlimited. So the 4 times a month will be 89 and the unlimited is 139. So that is your free gift. And if you're already a member, because I know many of you are, I want you to text us, just say black water, and we're going to give you a free black water, which is one of our retail items when you come in the first time. So we want to know that you watch tonight because we want to make sure you get your free gift. Okay, so here's the number. And if you've been texting us already, this is just the same number that we've been texting on, okay? 385-286-5675. And I want you to text either 4 times a month if you're interested in that membership. We'll give you that coupon code as your free gift, or text unlimited if that's the membership that you are interested in. Or if you're already a member, text black water, BLK water, and we're going to make sure you get that free black water when you come in for your first time. Okay. And we'll put a note in your membership, put a note on there, but also just remind us, say, I was on the webinar, give me my free black water. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to stop the recording and then I would love to take questions if anyone has questions. And if you don't have any, then thanks for being on.